What is modes of delivery? Modes of delivery is the formats in which the course is delivered. There are four main kinds of speech delivery. It is the impromptu, manuscript, memorized, and extemporaneous.
With little or no preparation is the method of impromptu speech. Having no preparation can be an advantage and a disadvantage. If the subject is familiar to the speaker, it creates spontaneity. However, it can become disorganized and incoherent if the speaker is unfamiliar with the subject. Or in other words, impromptu is off the cuff, no preparation. Our day-to-day life is full of impromptu speeches. Think about it. When somebody asks you on a Friday, what are your plans this weekend? Or on Monday, somebody asks you, what did you do this weekend? You have to quickly organize your thoughts in a way that makes sense, so that you can communicate in a way that's organized and easy for the person you're speaking to. Moreover, impromptu speeches are all about organizing information really quickly and providing it in a way that's logical and easier to understand. And so, as what I have said, having no preparation can be an advantage or disadvantage. So the advantages are it's easy to adapt to your audience because your audience is right there and they're kind of the ones giving you the topic. Sometimes you don't have enough time for nerves, so you don't have enough time to have that communication apprehension building up ahead of time because you don't have time, you're on the spot. You usually tend to be a lot more genuine. People don't expect perfection and you can really use nonverbals really effectively in an impromptu situation. Some of the disadvantages is that you may not know enough about the topic you're being asked to speak about. You can be really disorganized and flattered when doing this and it may create even more nerves. Example of impromptu is that meetings where you give your opinions or suggestions, class recitations, and a common one, Q&A portion during pageants.
Manuscript speaking is a word-for-word iteration of a written message. In a manuscript speaking, the speaker maintains his or her attention on the printed page except when using visual aids. And manuscript speaking consists of a reading a fully scripted speech. It is useful when a message needs to be delivered in precise words. Text word for word in front of you. It is when everything is written out to you on a piece of paper and you literally read it word for word. Presidential addresses are often an example of a manuscript speech, when a president speaks to us with a teleprompter in front of everyone. The advantages are you won't forget it because it is in front of you. They are usually well researched and well written because you have a lot of time to articulate and write out what you want to say, and it's all right there in front of you delivering it. However, the disadvantages, you are really limited with your nonverbals because you are so focused on a piece of paper and that can make things boring for the people. If you lose your place, it's kind of hard to retrieve it because you got to look through all these words in a sheet of paper just to find it. In verbal delivery, it is often very poor and it is very monotone, very boring because you're reading from a script and don't really have time on vocal variety. If you lose a page or something like that, you're kind of screwed and you're gonna have your speech missing.
Let's know what really does a memorize mean. So, memorized speaking is the note recitation of a well-written message that the speaker has committed to memory. Also, it delivered from memory word by word. And the key example of it is acting because most actors are reading their script and they memorize it to play their role. Also, it has a lot of advantages. Like, first, it is well researched. Second, it is well written. Third, it is free to use non-verbal than manuscript. And also, it gives the speaker a high credibility. but it also has the disadvantages. So, if loose place, it is nearly impossible to retrieve. And kung makalimtanin mo, and also, it may sound stilted, it may sound fake, it may sound scripted. And also, it takes more time to prepare than any other mode because you have to practice a lot, memorize a lot, practice, memorize, especially if you have to memorize a long one.
And last but not the least is the extemporaneous speech. Extemporaneous speech is where the speaker speaks from an outline that's researched and put together. They have practiced and they deliver in a conversational style. So when you're practicing extemporaneously behind the scenes, you're not trying to say it exactly the same every single time you go through it. You're just using a variety of ways to express the same ideas.
Here's the advantages of the extemporaneous speaking. You are able to adapt your audience a lot because you are not stuck to a word-for-word paper for some changes. If your audience giving you sort types of feedback, whether it is expression or body posture or whatever it is, you can easily adapt to it. You're free to use nonverbals more effectively with an extemporaneous speech, both how you use your voice and how you use your body because you are not limited of the resources that you need and you are not limited by memorizing word for word. It is well organized and well researched. And again, the natural language comes out. Your natural language, your natural personality, and your natural conversational tone should emerge when speaking extemporaneously.
Advantages of extemporaneous speech. So, it's also true that extemporaneous speech has a lot of advantages, but it also has a lot of disadvantages. So, first disadvantage of it is note illegible and mix up notes if too many, so avoid taking too many notes and when you are doing extemporaneous speech. Also, don't play with notes and loss for words. So to avoid experiencing loss of words, you have to prepare thoroughly so that you can successfully share your topics and your